Oh, is this the angle? Is this the angle we're doing? W angle. See, this is where the blonde argument comes in. Like, this dude's got blonde hair. Yo, what angle? This angle? Sun angle? Sun directly in face? Through the window, though. Was good, was good. Welcome. My hair's just like yours. Is it this messy? More messy? Goddamn. You know what I always thought about? Like, what if I just walked up to a group of like 10 people, like, for a day? Just walked up to a bunch of groups of people and just said, hey, like, everyone subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, imagine how many people I would get subscribed. Or, like, everyone follow my Instagram. Like, or, like, if you want, like, good content on gym shit, like, I feel like you'd get a lot of people because, like, if we think about, like, in-person interactions when it comes to, like, Instagram or all this different stuff, people usually are pretty, like, open. Was good, little bro? Do you know Geometry Dash? Yo, Evil, same line as last time. So I have a question for everyone. Does anyone on here actually have Instagram or use Instagram ever? Like, I'm genuinely curious because I don't understand how you guys don't. Like, Instagram is literally, if you do use social media in general, you should definitely have Instagram. I'm not saying you should watch Instagram more, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really make sense to not have Instagram. Like, I want to know your guys' thoughts, though. But just on a personal branding level and just the future of the universe and the reality of the world, like, to not have it makes no sense. I mean, I know women most of the time have it, but as a dude, you really do need it if you want to be successful in not only business, but also dating. I mean, the reality of Instagram is there's a plethora of dudes that have no followers and no status and get no women DMing them. And then there's some dudes that have a bunch of followers and a bunch of status and are getting women DMing them all the time. But you need that. But I'm just curious, do any of you guys actually have Instagram? Like, I want to know. Comment in and ask me and if you do, I just don't understand because I never see people from my YouTube translated to my Instagram, which doesn't make any sense because that should be a funnel. I don't use it. What do you mean you don't use it? Like, so you have it. I would honestly just start using it just to follow me and watch my stuff. Because there's shit I post on Instagram I would never post on YouTube. You have to understand there's like photos on there and stuff. So it actually shows you guys like cool shit. You know what I mean? Most of you guys just don't give a fuck about that stuff. Someone said, hi, what up? I don't. Yo, T4R, my stomach hurts. Please stop eating his wall. Nah, said hi, what up, what up? Okay. So, but yeah, back to the Instagram thing. I genuinely want to know. Like, comment if you have Instagram or comment if you don't. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a poll in the chat right now. Do you have Instagram? Simple poll. I'll make it small. And we'll put it right there. There. So, let's see. I need to, okay. Jacket is crazy. I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm wearing a crew neck. Vote first, no. How? How do you not have Instagram? I don't understand that. Like, not on like a fucking like, I think social media is a great platform level. On a, like, how do you not have Instagram with like branding or wanting to see what your friends are doing? Or I don't know. I don't understand it. But 2 votes say no, which makes no fucking, like, how? I don't get it. Like, my perspective is every single person that subscribes to my YouTube should also follow my Instagram. That's my perspective. So the fact that I have, like, relatively no one connected from my YouTube to my Instagram makes literally no fucking logical sense to me at all. Like, it would make the most sense that the people that watch me the most and actually watch my stuff the most would also subscribe to me on, or follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Like, I just don't understand how it doesn't work that way. It's honestly baffling to me. It really is. Like do you all not find that shocking? Like, and I put the poll in there to see where y'all are at, but literally 4 votes, not a single person says they have Instagram. I find that fucking shocking. You guys have YouTube, but you don't have Instagram. That makes no sense. I only do TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube. You can follow me on TikTok then. Y'all heard that fucking voice crack? Holy fuck. You can follow me on TikTok then. Jacob Cadell. Jacob_Cadell. Never stop commenting means phone died. Most people active on YouTube don't use Instagram, I noticed. Well, that's fucking stupid and odd. And I don't understand that shit. That's just a weird thing to do. Honestly, it is. Like, let's it doesn't make sense because I notice the people on YouTube, I mean, it's not like they don't use YouTube. They use it all the time. So it's not like they're not social media users. So I don't know. But, okay, you know what? Oh, someone said yes. Here's what I'll do. I'll switch up. I'm addicted with social media. Jesus loves you. Bro, read in my mind. Bro doesn't understand not using social media as much. Look, here's the thing. I hate social media. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. The amount of doom scrolling I've done compared to the average human is probably like less than 10%. Like, I rarely doom scroll because I honestly see it almost as like a psyop, and like my protest is only to post videos. So when I'm on social media, I'm literally only posting videos, and if I do doom scroll, I'm commenting, so I'm at least doing something productive. Because if not, I literally feel like I'm doing nothing. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have accounts. That's my point. A lot of people get social media so fucking wrong. They're like, nah, I don't do Instagram. I'm not into social media like that. And then you'll see them watch YouTube videos for 4 hours. It's like, no, you're still addicted to social media. You're just doing it in a different way. My brother was like this too, bro. My brother thought he was so cool for not getting TikTok and then would just send me Instagram reels all fucking day. And I'm like, okay, well, who's addicted to scrolling now? Like, it makes no fucking sense. So I would say kind of disassociate the idea that, social media is the same thing as scrolling, because it's not. And, you can use social media to just post, watch what your friends do, and, grow your fucking empire, and not really think about it like, scrolling. Water makes things wet, but water being wet itself is debatable. Whether you are talking about English language context, that's your answer. I don't do that argument anymore. I'm done with that. I honestly made a YouTube video. I probably deleted that by now, but I literally made a YouTube video talking about, is water wet? And or no, sorry, it's not the entire video. It's a Q&A, but the title is water wet? I think my answer was yes, because if you touch it, you'll get wet. Which is probably the optimal response. But I mean, if someone were to argue it back, it's like, what the fuck are we even arguing? Like what the fuck are we even doing? But again, that's part of the brain rot that they want to keep you in. This is the thing. Like, I'm still in intellectual brain rot at the end of the day. Like, I watched, like I said, that guy Clavicular. That guy is intellectual brain rot, okay? Because if you actually watch his fucking videos, he is very intelligent and methodical with every single thing he does. It's just in a brain rot community. But he's the leader of it, It's kind of like Nick Fuentes, Again, or like Myron. I mean, all these people I want to talk about. Actually, I already talked about this in my other stream. I want to talk about it again because it was so fucking funny. There's this guy. It's a debatable question. Why do you call me Jack? I'd prefer if you call me Lil Bro than Jack. I don't like being called the wrong name. That's so weird. Because then other people are going to think that. Okay, little bro. There you go. There we go. There we go. Um, so here's what happened. So I don't know if you know Myron Gaines. A lot of people don't like him. I fucking love him. I love listening to him talk. I think he's great. A lot of people don't like him, is what it is. Uh he got into a massive argument with these two dudes that are both comedians, Andrew Schultz and this guy named Ash something, some Indian guy. And they got into like a little debate about whatever the fuck. And basically the two comedians were trying to say that they made a bad joke about women and they were being disrespectful to women, and they said that it was disrespectful and it was over the line and their preferences were wrong and all that. And it was two comedians basically trying to reprimand these two podcasters. And then well, are you guys comedy or self help? Like, you can't be both. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are to tell them what the fuck they're gonna do? Number one, number two. So basically, that's not really the point. The point is these guys basically try to tell these guys that they were immature for teaching young men how to date the right way, even though they actually were giving them solid advice. Not the best advice, but solid advice, better than whatever the fuck the two comedians were given. And so now that clip goes viral. People watch the argument. People understand. Like, some people disagree, some people agree. That Indian dude that was defending, women, trying to tell him, oh, how bad, like, like, how bad they are at dating, all that shit. There's a video of his wife telling him, shut up, posted on YouTube. And not like in the, like literally, like, disrespecting her husband way. Like, and I'm just like, what? Aren't you the same guy that was telling these dudes how they're immature with their dating shit, and you've only dated one woman and you're so fucking smart for only dating one woman, and now your woman is on video telling you to shut up? Disrespecting you in front of your fans like that? That's okay? Now he's getting clowned on the internet. I feel bad for him at this point because he's just getting absolutely clowned because unfortunately that argument did go viral and it was very, very controversial. A lot of people were like, no, bro, these dudes are fucking idiot, immature dudes that are just trying to tell people how to go from simps to pimps. And then they're like, no, we're not. We're entertaining, we're smart, and we're trying to help men out because men have not gotten the correct treatment and they have not had power in relationships, so we want to help them. And as simple as that. And then you get the two comedians, by the way, they're both comedians, saying, no, you guys are being offensive and you guys aren't, and this isn't like the right way to teach young men how to date, and like you guys just are too immature and you guys are wrong and too immature and young, and like basically just older, trying to be an older brother and trying to act like they're so much morally superior and smarter. And then for him to get cucked basically by his wife, that's the word I'm going to use, even though it's not necessarily that's the word I'm going to use. And, have his wife, completely disrespect him like that on the internet. It goes to show you that, the times really do tell what, who's right and what situation. And that debate was very controversial. And it kind of seemed like they were so wrong because they were younger, they were newer, they were saying a lot of crazy stuff that people didn't agree with. But now, I mean, now we're in this time and they seem to be pretty fucking right. And a lot of people following them, and now that guy's wrong. And it's shown that he's wrong by the interesting, disgusting dynamics that he has in his relationship. So it is very gross. But also that guy deserves exactly what he defended because he went to the ends of the earth to defend the fact that you should be with one woman within your life, and that should be it. And then it's like, okay, like, have fun having no experience with women and getting a fucked relationship dynamic because you don't know how the fuck one works. Like, have fun. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I'll date around and learn what I like before I do that, or at least learn how to deal with women in general, because clearly you don't fucking know because your wife is telling you to shut up. Like, that's a no bueno for me. I mean, it's funny. I am so into the idea of how the woman talks to the guy, to the point where I take it to an extreme that's probably not even really good, to be honest. Like, the way I see it, I don't like, because for me personally, I believe that the way that the woman talks to the guy is a direct level of interest and desire at that time. I just believe that if they're not talking to you in the way that's not admirable or fully like just obsessed with you, then there's something kind of wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it doesn't mean that like they're like they can be mad at you and still talk to you in a way that's like obsessive. Like I think dudes get that wrong. Like her being mad isn't bad. Her not caring is when shit gets bad. That's when dudes get fucked, when she actually stops caring about, like, if she's like, no, I need you to do this, I need you, like, she cares, she likes you, you know what I mean? At least that. Like I need, like, I want to be with you more. Like you're working too much. Like you know you're going to see other girls. Like she cares about you. You know she's like, whatever, I don't care what you do. Nah, I don't fuck with that. Now that doesn't mean I want an argumentative girl, but I do enjoy, them obviously wanting me. And that's where things sometimes can get difficult. It's like, how are you going to find that crossroad? Like, the idea of not wanting someone who's argumentative or combative, but also having that raw desire for you. Because, like, when women have raw desire, their argumentative, combative side is going to come out no matter what. But that's why as a man, you always gotta just be ready for the shit test, because they coming. Uh, I mean, it is okay, but not in the way of you, Jake. I just hate your mentality, but you just don't. You shouldn't just date one woman and think that it's just the one and only woman you're allowed to date. Yeah, fuck no, definitely not. I think people are stupid when they do that. And and I'm not saying it doesn't work out. Sometimes people get really fucking lucky, but you're gonna base your entire relationship based off luck? Fuck no, I ain't doing that shit. Um, I can't do that. Sorry. You're admitting your views on women aren't healthy for you. You said it for a split second. Well, I'm not really saying that. I'm more saying that it's impossible for the contradiction to, you know, like it's just quite a crossroad. Like healthy, what does healthy even mean? Like I have really healthy relationships, but when it comes to a long-term relationship, I don't even want that right now, but also to a certain extent, yeah, that wouldn't work out. But since I'm not even in that phase, I guess that's a road I'll have to cross when I have to cross it. Like technically right now, um my relationships are healthy because they're not, labeled. But if I were to get older and I actually have this real urge to want kids, that's when the crossroad might start. That's when it's like, okay, now because now my standards are going to be way higher on you know, obsession level while also being feminine. I'm not saying they're not out there, but if you want to date around, then you're not going to get that all the time. But it is possible to find the unicorn, and then I guess that's the one. But again, you can't. You got to be very smart with that shit. You got to be very, very calculated. Um, the modern standards on dating and relationships are so complex. I actually hate it, bro. No matter the ideology. Well, you know, I I to a certain extent hate it, but at this point I don't now because I've built my dating around it so well that I don't think I think of if another dynamic were to take place or like things would switch, I don't think my dating would get better because I've crafted my dating in a way that works this way. You know what I mean? So it's like I think 2 years ago, yes, I would have been like, fuck, like change the way that dating works. I hate it so much. I don't understand what's going on. But now that I understand what's going on, it's like, well, I mean, since I know what's going on, I have the advantage. I don't really want things to change now because then I'd have to think of a new fucking strategy, which I don't really want to do. I mean, I'm kind of in that good spot where I know a lot more than a lot of fucking dudes because dudes are fucking idiots. Dudes don't know what the fuck they want. Dudes are so stupid and they have no options. So the combination of no options and stupidity is going to make you horrible with women. I mean, like, but if you're intellectual and you have options, it's like you have the ability to get options and data, you are going to be so insanely good with women. It's like the advantage you're going to have is just like top notch. I mean, yeah. And the another thing too is like I'm still in the phase of like trying to upgrade my full like self. So the idea of like settling down with someone is just a no-go right now at least. But sorry, I think there's a filter on your voice because dang, what was that sound quality? Not my bad. I really never think about standards when dating. I don't want to put stress on others either. Yeah, that's the thing is like for me personally, I have two different sets of standards, but like it's very like if you I guess here's how I would explain it. The full raw real truth, okay? The way I see it, it's like my standards for a woman that I'm just dating is how hot they are and their level of interest needs to be at least like 8, 9, 10. You know? Um but that's just for dating, okay? And then people are like, "Okay, but what about a person that you would want for like a long-term relationship?" Then I'm like, "Okay, well those standards are so different and so like unrealistic. I don't even really want to bring them up. I don't want to ruin the vibe that I got going on with this girl because I bring up my horribly high standards, you know what I mean? I'd rather just let that battle be battled when it needs to be battled out, and I just enjoy the vibe with this girl, right? And the fact that she's hot and she likes me a lot. We'll just take those two things for now. You know what I mean? That's the way I think of it. Because you have to understand, a lot of dudes don't think like a lot of dudes don't really have options. So you like like dudes like try to convince themselves that they're in love with a girl. It's like this girl's not good looking and she has a shitty personality. What makes you think you're in love with her? Because she worked at the same place as you, so you guys bonded a little bit because you guys worked together. And now you think you're in love. You're a fucking idiot. The men are so fucking stupid when it comes to dating. I honestly feel so isolated to even talk to them about it. Um, Actually, no. The main reason my relationships ended was because people view me as more of a friend. I keep getting friend zoned basically, so maybe I don't need to put some stress on I do. Yeah, you do 1000%. And I would say, I mean, as a dude, uh, I don't know. Like I always give my advice about dudes when getting friend zoned because that's how I think of it. I don't really think of like women getting friend zoned ever. Um, but that also does happen though. Okay, but the way to get out of the friend zone as a dude is to make your intentions very clear. Like, I think it's basically impossible to get out of the friend zone as a dude if you're not clear about your intentions and you act like a friend. I mean, there's so many ways. I'm not gonna give a whole. There's so many ways to, not do that. But, uh, yeah. Like one of the other things too is also like physical touch on the first date. Like if you're hanging out with a girl for the first time and you don't initiate any physical touch, like any of it, it's a little, but there are some arguments that the non-physical touch, but then you have to be such like a dickhead. You have to be such like a fucking asshole man. That's the only way to get away with that shit. Like, cause if you act nervous and you don't touch her, then you're fucked, okay? But if you're too touchy and then she's like, oh, he just wants to sleep with me. But if you're like kind of like a dickhead that like doesn't really care, that's like the weird, like I'm telling you right now, one of the best ways to act on a date is to act like you do it like every fucking day. And like you're almost like you have something else to do. And you're like short on time. I promise you, if you do that for a first date with a hot woman, that could cause obsession. 1000%. Fun fact, there's a company called BlackRock or Stone, which basically is making the whole world terrible by owning almost everything same time. Yeah, true. True. But yeah, so like I said, right now, like people try to act like right now is the time to find your person when it literally kind of makes no sense. Like I haven't even fucking developed myself yet. So how would I even like see who the first person to be like my person would even be? Like I haven't even developed like my company, like my body fully, like my mind, like all this different shit. I'm gonna be so much different. So the idea that I'm gonna find my person right now almost makes no sense. And it's like the idea like, oh no, but you guys grow together, find each other and grow together. That sounds awesome on paper, but now you're talking unicorn shit, okay? Like I mean, picture it this way. I mean, let's go on a raw primal level where I go, like how many women am I actually meeting in a day-to-day life? You know what I mean? Like people like to talk about like, oh, it's the one. It's like, it probably isn't, because how many women have you actually met in your life? Maybe 0.00001% of the population. So to think that girl that's in your class or is in your work is the one out of a billion because she looks at you different and she's the only woman that gives you attention. Men are so fucking stupid, I swear to God. Like, I feel like I'm the only one that knows what the fuck is going on. Like, women are stupid too, but, like, men are just as stupid at this point. Like, I feel like it's just humans. Humans are just stupid. I don't even know. Just because you've never found someone doesn't mean you ever will, too. True. That's facts. That's cold truth. That's cold, hard pill truth. That's facts. Just because you've never found someone doesn't mean you ever will as well. That's facts. That's cold, hard truth. That's a good motivator for some people though. If you're like afraid of not finding someone. But yeah, dude, that's true. Some like just because you haven't met someone doesn't mean you have. I think that's a dumb thing that parents and people like to say like, "Oh, well, you'll find your person, you find your one, like it'll happen." Like that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a bullshit statement. That's a stupid statement to make. It makes no virtual sense. And honestly, my life hasn't crafted that way at all. So now it really doesn't make any sense to me. Because reality is all my dating successes are based off of how much I've developed myself. Okay, all of it. So the way I picture it, it's like no, I don't base any of my dating successes based off of luck. Not at all. I analyze all of it and I go no, I've developed myself in that specific way that got me to do that specific thing that got me to do that. So no, I'd never look at it that way. So it's very interesting. Like I think people sometimes I get maybe like they do get lucky with someone and they think like I don't know. I've had such a different experience with life where I just think luck is a thing, but the better I get at life, the luckier I get. That's what I notice. Jake, I hit 218 subs. Good shit, bro. You're actually growing, bro. Keep going, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Hunter, congrats, Hunter. Let's go, dude. Low key, you should try to hit 1,000 by the end of 2025. That should be your goal because now you're low key on a streak, right? I feel like you've been vibing with the subscribers lately. So yeah. Fact, the best day to live would not be current time period because besides people started to farm, live in houses when capitalism is just not fighting didn't. Yeah. I mean to a certain extent. I am this girl commented on this vid. She's my crush. Oh, nice. I'm draw my fan art for this Mark Hunter. I'm gonna draw you fan art for this Mark Hunter. Oh, nice. But, yeah. So, like I said, when it comes to dating in general, a lot of people like to lie, and I think that's a big, big issue. Women obviously lie about dating, but men do too. Like I'm starting to notice men do the exact same thing. Like when I see a dude talking about like they're dating as if they have options when I know they don't have options, it's odd. It looks weird to me. Because they're talking as if they're not in a place of desperation when they definitely fucking are, okay? And it's displayed through their actions, so it doesn't sound right, and they confuse their fucking selves. Because they're like, because they'll have some fucking girl walk up to them because they have no options, and she'll be some blonde girl that'll flirt with him for a little bit because she wants attention, then go on to the next guy, and then they'll be like, oh, I guess I'm just into blondes. Like, I guess I have a thing for blondes. Like, what do I have? Like, why do I like that girl so much? Nothing about that girl you like. You like the fact that she likes you, okay? Stop being stupid. Why are you being stupid? You're a guy. You're a guy. What the fuck happened? Why the fuck are dudes so stupid? Is it because we were taught by like fucking a bunch of like women? I'm so confused. Like I don't understand why I feel like I'm the one that's isolated when it comes to this shit. Maybe it's because dudes don't want to admit the fact that they don't have options. I'm like the only one that's able to like talk about this stuff and like comfortably because I do have options, but I also have experienced what it's like to not have options, so I know what the polarity looks like. But if you've never experienced having options, then you're probably not even comfortable talking about this shit. And if you've always experienced options, then you don't know what it's like to not have options, so you probably think I'm just a psychopath. That's probably why I fucking resonate with these fucking looks maxer dudes so much because they know what's good. It's like the best form of autism. I'm ending this poll. Okay, my bad. Probably I'll get you when I have time. My crush said, "LOL, you said that in class." I did. My name, LMAO. What's up, brother? I feel so pissed and sad because I shouted out loud by my teacher in front of literally my entire group, and she called me a freak in front of everyone. I'm fucking annoyed. Amazing. That is sad. I hope it gets better. I don't know why you call me Jack. Just is it hard to put like Jacob or Jake? Like I don't understand that. Or just bro. Like, why Jack? That's just not my name. It's not even close to my name. I just don't understand it. I really don't. But yeah, the teacher calling you a freak, teachers fucking suck. You know? What teachers don't know shit. Don't listen to teachers. My dad's a teacher, actually. So that's kind of funny. But no. Fuck teachers, bro. fucking, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But also, like, don't be an idiot. If you're getting cut in trouble constantly, then you're doing something wrong. But I guess just don't let a teacher like feminize you, I guess. I don't know. I never talk back to my teachers, and I honestly kind of regret it. Honestly. Like people like honestly, I never saw a return on investment, which is kind of true, but like now sometimes I think back, I was like, nah, I could have fucking destroyed some of my teachers intellectually as a kid. But I just chose not to because I was just like, nope, trouble, trouble, trouble. I was so afraid of getting in trouble. Why? My parents wouldn't even have done, they probably would have got pissed, but I never had to deal with that because I was so like, I don't know. I just didn't. I was a very good kid. I just didn't understand the idea of like being a bad student. I didn't actually get in trouble in anything until senior year of high school, and that was only for skipping class. It had nothing to do with behavioral problems. It was literally just not fucking being there. Freddie has a thing for misspelling stuff on purpose. I didn't do shit, bro. Everyone was talking, and she picked me only. Yeah, we all know those teachers that pick on people and their bias. Amazing that is bad teacher. Why would they call you freak? You should report her to principal. Yeah. All right, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's done. I guess we're done talking about whatever the fuck we were talking about. But I was just basically talking about how dudes are just wusses and it's annoying and I hate it. And I hate how dudes lie to themselves about dating, and there's really no real dating advice except for fucking me. No, I'm kidding. There's a couple people out there that give the good advice and I listen to them, but then I give y'all good advice. But y'all need to listen to that shit, man, because I'm just constantly seeing dudes getting fucked. And I just feel like, I don't know, I get really disappointed when I see that. I get disappointed when I see dudes getting screwed over in dating and giving up on dating. I mean, men have given up on dating. A lot of men have really given up on dating. I'm not. I'm actively out here. I'm playing the field. But like, I don't understand that. I really don't. All right. The fuck does freak even mean here? Freaky, normal teacher, don't call someone a freak. Yeah, true. Do you know why Mung Nung is? I don't know why I said it like that. All right. I'm done. I know, man. This teacher picks me all the time. Why does it only say one person in the stream, but we're getting like 4 different fucking comments in the past like fucking minute? Like that's virtually doesn't make any fucking sense, right? On paper, doesn't make any fucking sense. So I don't know. All right, but we're gonna actually head out because okay, yo, the stream's rage baiting me. Stream is fucking rage baiting me. Holy fuck! Because I literally say, "All right, I'm gonna head out," and then 2 people comment in there, and it says 1 person. That's 3 people, 3 different people, 1 person showing. The fuck is that bullshit? And it happens right when I'm about to fucking end it. The stream is literally fucking rage baiting me. They're good at it too. The streams are probably the best at rage baiting. Fucking crazy, bro. At this point, I'm getting rage baited by either the stream or myself. I literally rage bait myself way too much. Like, a lot of people are getting rage baited by other people. That's it's starting to be less of that. It's starting to be more just me rage baiting myself or the internet rage baiting me or my phone rage baiting. My phone's rage baiting the fuck out of me with the fucking storage and shit. Oh my gosh, I want to fucking... I'm not real, that's why I rage baiting. Yeah. But why does it say fucking 0? Y'all see it says 0? It says 0, but I see people commenting, so I'm being lied to. That's rage bait. That's rage bait. That's literally fucking rage bait. It's saying 0, but people commenting, that's rage bait. That's the definition of it. You're about to end it? Please don't do that. Take care of yourself. Talk to somebody. Oh no, not like things are gonna end the stream. Like, unless you want me to end this. Bro goes, you're about to end it? Imagine. Bro, that's like ChatGPT. They're like, hey, relax, like you gotta stop talking like this, okay? If you need to, I swear to God, my ChatGPT always thinks I'm like on the edge of like about to die, like I'm about to like kill myself or something. I'm like, relax, okay? We're just talking, we're just having a conversation, It says 1 person for me. That was so sweet, but I think you're on the wrong page. Nah, he's on the right page. We're on the right page. Stay on my fucking page. Don't fucking leave. Don't fucking leave. Stay here. But don't fucking leave. That'll rage bait me. That'll fucking rage bait me. Bro, just dude. Well, that's actually kind of sad. I mean, has that ever happened? Someone literally just on live stream. Yeah, that definitely has happened. Actually, I don't even know why I'm asking. That's 1000% has happened. In fact, I've seen a video of that happening. Now that I'm thinking about it. And the guy had the dog. It was bad. It was very, very bad. Okay. Well, there you go. Make a poll if I should end it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna end the stream in general. Freddie, what the hell? No, we're talking about end the stream. You have to understand, when we talk about ending it, like, when I say, like, I'm gonna end it, like, I am ending the stream. Like, because the way that I do things is I'm very, like, if we're not getting the return on investment, I'm switching to TikTok. I do the same thing on TikTok. I'm just like, all right, it's not feeding, we're ending it. Like, I'm ending it. I'm gonna switch to YouTube. You know, sometimes I literally go back and forth, YouTube, TikTok, streams. Whatever's going to feed me more, that's what I do. Literally. It's like dopamine maxing at this point. Goodbye, bro. Don't end the stream, little bro. I'll find you, little bro. Look behind you, little bro. Well, we got the wolf. That's all we got. No, Freddy is telling you to do it. That's not cool. No, it's not. That's not what's happening. I promise you. But also, you guys have to understand, like, people have on the stream told me to kill myself, and I literally take no offense to it. Because, like, honestly, I know you guys, if you guys watch me, you know, but I'm, like, so egotistical to the point where I'm almost, like, too narcissistic and selfish to kill myself. Like, when you really break it down, like, when I think of myself, I really do, like, I'm genuinely, almost to a certain extent, almost an issue, have extreme narcissism and autism and almost a superiority complex. And people with those never kill themselves, you know, no matter how bad they are as a human being. So I understand the concern, or I guess not really, but you have to understand, like, if you've been watching me for a little bit, you have to understand I'm like the opposite of someone that does that, because I am so selfish about my life. I put my life so above everyone else's. I'm so obsessed with the idea of my life experience and my dopamine that the idea of killing myself really is just so, like, out of the question, which is almost like good advice for someone that wants to kill themselves, because I feel like I am literally so narcissistic. I am so selfish. I care so much about myself that the idea of killing myself makes no sense, because I literally love myself so much. The thing is, I've always had self-love. I always loved myself a lot. I never understood the idea of someone not liking themselves. But the more I kind of grew into, you know, getting better at life, I think what happened is, I think the reason people start to not like themselves is because the world rejects them. That's what I think. That's what I think happens. So then they just assume. I don't think really people ever, like, actually just straight up don't like themselves when everyone else likes them. I think it's like I think it has to do a lot with childhood. I think of it that way. Fine, I get it. Yeah, no, it's no one's doing that. If someone was actually doing that, like, we would see. But also, like, again, I don't take it offensively. Like, to offend me, honestly, the most offensive thing, I feel like, for me personally, I don't know. I've heard everything, dude. Honestly, at this point, nothing. Like, at this point, over the summer, I guess I got a little bit more offended by things because it was, like, my first time hearing shit. But I've heard everything bad about me, like, multiple times now. I mean, I have almost a million views on YouTube, so you could imagine how many different comments that could cause and how much people could say, you know, literally everything wrong with you. I mean, it's not, I literally said this, like, it's not normal to stream every single day, especially when I was doing it over summer, streaming like 3-4 hours a day. Literally every single day, just have everybody tell you every single thing right or wrong about you. Like, I don't know if that's good. But what I'll tell you is, it made me quite hard skin because I basically heard everything about me. Like, there's not much people could say that I'm like, okay, like, I've heard that, like being cross-eyed or something. Like, I don't even, the funniest thing is I don't actually think I'm cross-eyed. No one's ever said it to me in person. The only time it ever actually comes up is literally on stream, which makes me think it might be a camera angle. But that's the thing that I notice a lot of people say, and I feel like no offense when I see it, because I'm just like, I don't know, like, my eyes are very much like, I love my eyes. My eyes are fucking great. I I'm so happy I don't have fucking blue eyes and have like that nice like greenish brownish eyes. Because blue eyes, here's why I don't like blue eyes. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why I like my eyes. I'll put my eyes more in the camera so y'all can actually see. Alright. Here's why I don't like blue eyes. Blue eyes gives off this golden retriever vibe of like safety and like uh you know, like a little bit of like security and safety, okay? And brown eyes and green eyes give a little bit of like dark triad traits, meaning like I know you guys are like almost like a vampire to a certain extent. And it gives off this vibe of like mystery. Like, I don't really know about this person, and I love that shit. See, blue is like, you kind of feel like the person's a little figured out. I know these are just eye colors, so what I'm saying doesn't really make too much sense, but I'm being serious. Like, it really makes a difference. Like, the blue gives off the vibe of like, this is safe, this is secure, this is supposed to be happening. Greenish, brownish is like, I don't know about this dude. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. This is exciting, but I don't know. And I just think there's a difference to that. Obviously, being hot is going to help no matter fucking what, but I'm just saying. But yeah, I love my eyes. No, my eyes are fire. Because it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what this guy is. Okay, anyway. All right, now I'm actually going to end the stream because we're done. We dropped that 12 years ago by me. I'm asleep now. Good night. Why are people calling? Fuck off. All right. Peace.